Hello, Miriam Martinez here with a tutorial on how to use Google Classroom. At the end of this tutorial, you should be able to create your own Google Classroom, add content to it, and explore other non-traditional uses of Google Classroom. Google Classroom is part of the Google Application Suite that is known as Google Apps for Education, or GAFE. Only users of an institution that is related to education providing the suite to their members can use Google Classroom. So with a personal Gmail account, you are not going to be able to access Google Classroom. Google defines Google Classroom as a web-based platform that integrates Google Apps for Education accounts to all of the Google Apps services like Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Sites, Forms, and others. The main liked features of Google Classroom are the access, easy access, and collaboration. Also, for sake of organization, Google actually creates folders for their users. One of the best features also is the fact that Google Classroom, or the entire suite of Google Apps, is device agnostic, meaning that the user has the choice of what device to use as long as it's connected to internet. They can use a desktop, a tablet, or any kind of mobile device. Let's create our own Google Classroom. Once you log in to your Google Apps for Education account, you find your waffle, top right corner, click on it, and go to where it says More, and you should find Google Classroom down below. Click on the icon, and it will take you straight to your Google Classroom window. If you have never been or clicked in Google Classroom, you will be prompted to choose if you're a teacher or a student. You should choose you're a teacher. And if by mistake you choose that you're a student, you just call the help desk and we will gladly help you out. Once you're logged in and you're ready to go, we're going to go to the plus sign at the top right corner next to your username. You're going to click and you're going to choose Create a Class. Now here in this step, if you had chosen to be a student by mistake, you will only see Join Class. If you don't see the Create Class feature, please contact your help desk. Create class, we're going to give it a name. And we're just going to hit create. Now this process takes a little bit of time because Google is creating the necessary folders in your Google Drive. When you get to your classroom for the first time, you can actually click on Start a Tour and it will give you a couple of highlights on the page. Now you can post to the stream, and the stream is this part of your screen in the center where everything is going to be, all the announcements are going to be posted. And you can post announcements, create assignments, and ask questions to your class by just clicking on the plus sign on the right bottom corner. In the tutorial or in the tour, you can just click next and it will show you the next feature that is useful for teachers. There is a code that is generated for each classroom and it's automatically generated for you. You can provide this code to your students and they can join your class without you having to do anything else or adding them individually. The next part of the stream or of your Classroom homepage is the tab where you can see the information on your students. Now, we're ready to add content to our Google Classroom. I suggest you always have a welcome message for your students. I'm going to reuse a post from a previous class. Just to show you how it works. I have always a welcome message for my classes, and this was an online available course this summer. And I'm going to reuse the post. Once I have my post ready, I just click post and it will be in my stream. Now, I always try to make my students at home, with my first post, I required them to create a class comment or add a class comment and introduce themselves. That way we can start our communication as a class. Another interesting feature, and I'm going to jump here, I'm going to go to the About tab, and another interesting feature that you have here is the availability of you inviting another colleague to collaborate with you. In this case, I'm going to just choose one of my colleagues just to show how it works. So I'm going to send an invite to Ms. Perez. I'm going to click Next, and you see that they are going to be able to see everything you do, and they're going to have complete access except to delete the class. Invite, and it will stay grayed out until Ms. Perez accepts my invitation. With this, we conclude the first part of this video series on using Google Classroom and on creating our own classroom and adding content. We were able to take a look at the basic features of Google Classroom. Join me for my second part on the video on other non-traditional uses of Google Classroom, where we will see examples on how teachers use Google Classroom for cross-curricular projects and also as a repository for materials with just teacher teams, grade level teacher teams.